All right, time to make another video. You know, I always try to get some of the better tasting foods, some of the better tasting foods that I like to kind of fit into my low carb lifestyle. One of the things that I absolutely love is barbecued ribs and barbecued chicken. Absolutely love both of those things, especially now that it's summertime. Got the grill out, grilling, geez, 3-4 times a week at least. But obviously, everyone knows who has done low carb living that barbecue sauce has just a ton of sugar in it and is not good if you're on a low carb diet. So I have come up with a low carb barbecue sauce that is actually very tasty, and I'll go ahead and share that with you right now. First, you take a 1/4 cup of sugar-free ketchup. I use the 1-carb ketchup. It's very good. So take a 1/4 of a cup of that. Take a 1/4 of a cup of onion. What I will do is I will chop up a 1/4 of a cup, and I will actually put it in a blender and kind of puree it to really get the flavor out and almost liquefy it. That really gets a lot of the flavor of the onion out. So I'll do that, and then I'll take a clove of garlic. I will then add a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of paprika, a tablespoon of vinegar. And if you're having a tough time following along, I'll post the ingredients on the side of this video. I will take 1 tablespoon of liquid smoke, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Any other oil would work. I prefer olive oil. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and then 2 packets of artificial sweetener of your choice. I use Splenda just because aspartame has really bad effects on me. It tends to stall my weight loss, so I use Splenda. A couple different optional items to add to this barbecue sauce. I've added them and I like them. So I'll make it sometimes with these and sometimes without. I'll add a couple packets of mustard, and I'll add a splash of lemon juice to give it just a little bit of tang. Sometimes I want that little bit of kick, a little bit of tang in that, and the lemon juice really brings that out. Basically, what I will do is I will go ahead and bring this to a boil in a saucepan, and I will turn it off, let it completely cool, stick it in the fridge for 4 or 5 hours, then bring it out again and warm it back up. What this will do is we'll thoroughly cook the onions, and it'll get the onions to meld with all the other ingredients. I find that if I just cook it, it tends to be a little bit rough, but if I cook it, let it cool, bring it back up to a boil again, it tastes a lot better. And as far as carb count goes, it's extremely low. Probably carbs for the total recipe, well, we can go ahead and count them up. 1/4 of a cup of 1-carb ketchup is 4. Finally, a 1/4 cup of finely chopped onion. You might be looking at 2 or 3 there. 1 garlic clove minced, maybe 1, 2 at the most. Teaspoon of paprika, 1. Vinegar, none. Liquid smoke, none. Olive oil, none. Black pepper, none. 2 packets of artificial sweetener to the Splenda, maybe 1.5. Mustard, none. Lemon juice, I don't think really has any either. Maybe 1/2 of 1. So not a lot of carbs when you add them all up. I use these on ribs and chicken. I did it last night on some barbecue chicken, and I used this recipe. And I think I coated 12 pieces of chicken, 6 legs and 6 thighs. So when you break it down, say you're going to even have 4 pieces of chicken for dinner, and you break it up into thirds, you're only talking about a few carbs for 4 pieces of chicken. And it's very good, and you're not having to worry about all that sugar into the barbecue sauce. One tip I would give grillers, as I've seen some different videos, people making barbecue and chicken and ribs and that sort of thing. One tip I would give to grillers, when you are grilling your chicken or barbecue, don't add the barbecue sauce until about 10 minutes until your food is done on the grill. You're going to want to go in when there's about 10 minutes left of cook time. You're going to want to brush on your barbecue sauce on the one side, let it go for 5 minutes, and then flip it after 5 minutes, and then put the barbecue sauce on the other side, and then let that go for 5 minutes. And then you're going to want to put it on then you're going to want to pull it from the grill and enjoy. You do not want to put your barbecue sauce on when the meat's raw or when you've got a lot of cook time, because then you're just going to burn it and it's not going to be as good. Remember, 10 minutes before it's time to pull the meat, you're going to want to start to add your barbecue sauce and not before. So just a kind of helpful grilling tip from me to you. Try this recipe. It's really good. If you're really jonesing barbecued chicken and barbecued ribs, this will hit the spot.